John, like every cowboy, and we sing a song. Every road has its own. Drop it on the ground. Yeah.
So like I was saying, I think the Giants are going to win. All right. I'm up in the roof of or the attic of the garage. Sorry, I don't know how to speak. It's a little early for me. But that hissing noise that you're hearing is one of my favorite. It's a Coleman dual fuel lantern. Oh, there we go. Take a look. Oh no! Trying to record it like this. I got this thing. It was brand new on fire from like 1991 or 3, I believe. It was a lantern that had been just in storage at the school. We used to have an ROTC program, and they were throwing a bunch of stuff out, and they were going to throw these away, and this away at least. And I was like, whoa, like those are worth like, you know, a little bit of money, especially brand new. And since I collect these things, I was totally happy. But it's awesome. It can run off of like white gas, which is what I prefer for camping. I know most people do propane, and I do have propane stuff. But I don't know, I like the white gas stuff, and I have several stoves that are white gas, and several lanterns. I even converted one into kerosene. If you're looking for an easy hobby, Coleman lanterns are pretty easy, because like it's a few gaskets and whatever, and it doesn't stink like gasoline unless you use regular gasoline. If you use white gas, then it's a little bit better. But anyways, let's take a look at there's the rest of the garbage. You can see there's a blower. I was going to blow out all the dust, but there's a little bit of a concern. Oh, can't keep the handle up like that, it gets hot. Those are gigantic rat poops. They appear to be a little bit dried out, so it's been a while, but there's evidence over here of nesting. Hopefully there's not a dead rat, but I don't know if I will sleep in here. Sorry, I lost there we go. Look at all that. I was thinking about blowing it out, but I may just grab the vacuum and clean it out. I don't know. And the thing is also, there's not much room here for all that. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Oh, and by the way, I've got my fire extinguisher. I got that in case I light the Mustang on fire. Try and start it up. But other than that, I'm trying to look around to see if I thought there was a lot more room up here. So I don't know. I may just come out here and cook something. I have some stuff, and which I gotta go look at the grill for that, and I may just watch a movie up here, and because I think I need to get a cot if I want to sleep, because I do not want to sleep on the ground here and have be face to face with a rat. At least if there's a cot, they'll have legs to scurry up. So, but I bought food. So, and as you can see, it's packed. They have a lot of stuff they don't want to get rid of. Oh, there's my fuel box right there. Got some white gas, some butane, and it's got a few other odd collections and stuff like that. I have camp gear and stuff. I don't know why. I never go camping, but that's why I'm kind of doing this, because I need to push myself with some things, and so yeah. And even if I'm talking to the void, which I am right now, I guess it's a helpful exercise. And also, I need to learn how to control this camera. I'm sure this is all really horribly weird angles and all that. And you know, maybe I'll show off a few of my lanterns tonight. Show you how I fire them off, start them up. They're easy. There's pressure systems. But anyways, yeah. Don't fall down these stairs with that ladder reinforcing this other ladder. So engage for now. All right, be a little quiet. But let's go out here. Going out to the garage. I already have it open. That's a rat deter. Let me turn on my flashlight. Garage at night. Let's close it quietly because we are stealth cooking tonight. Oh, there's my vacuum bottle that I already put in there, or vacuum sealed bottle. I don't know why I call them that. But anyways, I'm gonna need extra hands to turn on my lantern here. So give me a second. Alright, I got my little Coleman lantern started. I tried to record myself doing it, but I had the perspective wrong. I had it turned backwards, and so I just recorded myself fumbling around in the dark for nothing. With the camera pointed 180 degrees in the wrong direction. But anyways, this is one of those... this is a real small one. It's got a real small mantle, but it can go down really low. I like this little thing. It's got a chain for a handle. You got a 1 pound cylinder there. But anyways, don't knock it off. But yeah, it's I'm hoping I'm going to be able to take this back. I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to be cooking back behind the garage, and hopefully I'll have enough cover. I don't know if the previous shot of me, walking to the garage came out, if I had that backwards or whatever. We'll see if that goes in there. But our back neighbor here, my aunt, she's used to be my uncle's house, but he passed away, unfortunately. And she has a real strong light on there because, well, you need it here in California. Anyways, let's fire this up. Don't turn it off. Turn it on. Because what we're going to do is we're going to record me looking into my bag. Look at this Romex here. Yeah, those are the zip ties I was asking my dad for when we were setting something up. Oh yeah, I saw these in the checkout. I actually was distracted by these. There was a self-checkout thing open, and the guy behind me was like, "Hey, is that thing open?" And I was like, you can have it." And luckily, oh, that was my laptop. Luckily, another one opened up because he was like, "Oh, no, it's okay." And I'm like, "Well, hey, we both win." So, let me... This is really nice camera work, isn't it? But we're going to do an old Steve Wallace standby. They didn't have any smoked sausages. I don't know if they call them smoked sausages, but these are Johnson Mills smoked brats. And those are pretty good. And drop them on the ground. I thought I had the rolls in here, in the bag. Great. Okay. So, enough of me fumbling around. I thought I had the buns in the bag. Oh, wait. I took them out and I threw them on the ground. There we go. I was like, great, I forgot something. Because I had this idea that I was just going to, eat with what I had. But these things, I thought they were like $2, but they were like $5. So, I'm going through a lot of sacrifices for you guys. Plus these sausages. It's California. Meat. Expensive. Everything expensive. Anyways, enough fumbling around with the camera. Let's get this outside. Alright. let's on the fly try to find a place to set here around. And this is what we go through, touching those spider webs and all that. Alright, now you can see me, huh? I'm gonna light my lantern here, so you're just gonna have to enjoy the darkness. There you go, you can barely see me. You can, I don't know if I'm talking loud enough. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want to make people aware of me. There we go. Let's change that lighting. It's not throwing a ton of light. That's what I like about this thing, is that it doesn't throw a ton of light. Anyways, let's see if we can. All right, I got this going. I tried recording it, but it was too hard to set up everything with no hands. So yeah, it's about up to temperature. All right, so let's all right. Isn't this exciting? In my backyard, cooking sausages. I mean, that's what people like want to see, right? That's what everybody wants to see, is some idiot cooking food in his own backyard. But you know, we're in California, and also I just wanted to do this. All right. I swear these packages are designed to make you just destroy it, opening it, so that you either like waste the food or you're like forced to eat it, so you have to get more. I don't know. But me and food packaging do not get along. And because you're seeing, you know, me opening this package, and I'm having to cut it entirely open. There you go. And that's just me. I have my dad's curse, which is I make everything harder on myself. Alright, we're just going to do two. We had a decent dinner tonight. My sister made dinner. It was breakfast for dinner. Or, yeah, breakfast for dinner. So, we got our sausages on there. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. Alright. Close that. So, let's block the camera, and let's review our step 2. Dasani. I'm gonna shadow my face. It's water. I know some people don't like Dasani, and I think some people really hate it. But to me, it's just water. Water is water. Whatever's cheapest. My aunt likes Dasani, so she gets it. So I'm like, okay. Although I do like drinking out of water bottles more, because I can get it extra cold, which I like super cold. Water. Let's see, there's the gun. So, I think we're going to take a break here for a second. Alright, so we're just going with the theme of this being poorly thought out. But anyways, I'm just going to throw this up here. And you're going to have to just suffer with me dropping out of the camera view while I pick up these sausages. At least one of them. Might eat the second one a little bit later. I don't know. It's still pretty hot. Now another thing I'm weird about, especially at barbecues, I don't put nothing on my hot dog. I just eat it like this. And I don't know why, but I prefer that. Oh. It's on propane, you know, because taste the meat, not the heat. But I know some people want me to put stuff on here, so I got this. But anyways, like on charcoal, it makes it taste a lot better on a fire. Sorry, Hank. But this is horseradish mustard. Any type of mustard for me. I like the horseradish because it gives a little kick to it. So yeah, I will occasionally put something on here. In disjointed fashion, I told you I don't like to do that, and then I do it. Sometimes I do, but usually, I don't know, I'm a simple person. You know, water is just fine with me. Nothing on my hot dog, or just mustard. Yeah, I don't need ketchup. Doctor doesn't want me eating ketchup. Too many sugars. This bun is way too many carbs. Okay. I'll eat a little bit and then I'll sit for a while. This is the IBS. Since the IBS, I used to just pound food, but now I like to slow it down. I was looking for my phone in my pocket. I'm recording on my phone. But anyways, I was thinking about showing a few Coleman things. Let me look for it. Walk out at you. Maybe. Where's my dual fuel? There it is. I'm not gonna fire this up because it needs fuel, and the fuel is it's buried a little too far. Anyway, so this is my really dusty. Oof. What year? '9 of '59, model 200A. I was thinking 100A, but it's 200A. Anyway, see how dusty it is. This is from September of 1959. I bought this on eBay, and all I did was put a new generator in it, put a new O-ring for the gas cap, and it works perfect. Well, not perfect, but pretty good. It's got a decent sized hole in the mantle here. These mantles are very fragile. You touch them, they'll fall apart. So I might have to change that mantle before I fire this again. But anyways, Coleman lanterns are so easy to work with. I know propane is so much easier, and Hank Hill, my friend, prefers it, but I'm a white gas man. Let's get another bite of this hot dog. Alright, so what I wanted to talk about, excuse me, let's kick that over. What I want to talk about today, talk a little bit louder, is I'm going to try to explain the name of the channel, The Adventures of Lt Perkins. And I came up with that last week because I was trying to think of something that is me. And so, first off, Lt Perkins, I'm never served in the military. I was too afraid to, or, well, not afraid to. I just never believed in myself enough, to think that I could do that. Again, personal issues and all that. A little bit of everything as to why. I'm not blaming anybody. It's me, and this is what I've hit. 38, living with my parents, talking to myself, but at least doing it into a camera and putting it up on YouTube for no one to watch. But at least I'm not insane for talking to myself. But anyways, so Lieutenant Perkins, that part, the Adventures of Lieutenant Perkins. Where does that come from? It comes from a Star Trek episode, Next Generation. I think it's a later one, like season 5 or 6 or 7, and it's called Tapestry, and it's a Q episode. So there's a little bit to explain. I've been trying to think of how to explain this in my head, and this is totally off the cuff. But anyway, so Q is this all-powerful being. He's not a god, but he shows up in the very first episode of Next Generation, and he puts Captain Picard and the crew of the Enterprise on trial for humanity, because humanity is a grievously savage race, which is absolutely true. Just look back at the times of Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan. I know that Genghis Khan is getting a lot of love for having brought, not love, but like respect or recognition. There we go. That's the right word. Recognition for having consolidated all of that knowledge together, and having actually kind of pushed the ball forward for humanity in a brutal and awful way. He was absolutely brutal to those that defied him, and I don't even want to talk about what they've talked about in the history. It's just awful. But anyways, going on that tangent, back to Q. Q puts humanity on trial for being a grievously savage race, because you take a look at history and boom, like I just explained. And of course, luckily, you have Captain Picard, like one of the greatest captains of all time in Star Trek, and of course the crew of the Enterprise, the best of the best, right? So throughout the seasons, he kind of antagonizes Picard a lot, and the crew, and I must protest, I am not a merry man. That's from another Q episode there. But anyways, so in this Q episode, he wants to teach Picard a lesson. And it's kind of a riff on A Christmas Carol. I'm probably giving away a little bit about it with saying that. But, or at least I've always seen it as kind of a riff on Christmas Carol. And a little bit of Quantum Leap in there too. But anyways, Captain Picard at the very beginning of the episode shows up in sickbay with this big old blaster wound on his chest, and Dr. Crusher is saying that he's not going to survive because he has an artificial heart. If he had a natural heart, somehow they'd be able to save him, but because of the artificial heart, he's going to die. Doesn't make sense. I think even back in this is like the early 90s, I think that even back then they had the ability to like run somebody without a heart for a little bit. I don't know, maybe that's all just show or whatever. Anybody that's a doctor can just be like, no, you're an idiot. Please let me know. But anyways, I think I saw that someone had a pig heart and maybe they died. I'm not sure why, but sorry, man. That sucks. But hey, at least we're making progress with that. Another tangent. I'm sorry. I go on lots of tangents. I'm very sorry. But anyway, so Picard is dying, and he finds himself in this purgatory. He's like, oh, what's going on? And all of a sudden, Q shows up, and Q likes to annoy him, and so he's like, what are you doing here? And Q's like, oh, I'm gonna give you a second chance, or something like that. I should have watched this episode before doing this, but I'm again going with the theme of being totally unprepared. But anyway, so he gives him a second chance, and so he sends him back in time to the time when he got his heart injured and had to have it replaced. So Picard wakes up as his younger self, looks in the mirror and sees his young self, but it's Patrick Stewart, playing the character when the camera turns back to him, Quantum Leap style. Why haven't they rebooted that show? Scott Bakula, come on. I like Star Trek Enterprise. I don't care what you say. Oh man, let me get more of my hot dog and not tell you about Tapestry here. Alright. So, like I said, Picard gets a chance at changing what he did. And so what he did is he picked a fight with these, or they picked a fight with him, and he fought them. These big ugly aliens called Nausicaans. Look them up. They're one of the actually alien-looking species from Next Generation. Sometimes it was just a little bit of stuff on your nose, Next Generation is legendary for having to just go with their budget, which I like that about that show. It's fun to watch, production value, and to see like, oh man, they reused that. And there are some people that are way more that can see way more than I do. I thought that was something I was looking for. But anyways, back away from the distraction and back to Tapestry. I'm sorry. So anyway, so Picard has his second chance, and he was very ashamed of having gotten in a fight with these Nausicaans, because he got to where he is being captain of the Enterprise, the flagship of the Federation, the good guys in the show, by being a disciplined man. And this was a moment that he let himself not be disciplined, and he lost his heart because of it, and now he's dying later on in life because of it. So to him, this is something that he regretted. Not only that, there's the common theme in the Picard episodes of him, having a chance at love and then just kind of walking away from it for work. The latest season of Picard, I didn't like the first season so much, but the second season is a little bit interesting because it starts off with him doing the same thing. He has a chance at love and he just walks away from it and loses his chance, and that's totally me. I've had many opportunities I've walked away from. So, another distraction. Back to Tapestry. So what happens is Picard gets a chance to not fight these Nausicaans. I don't think he... he does. He decides to not fight the Nausicaans and walks away like he would at his age, at the age he was in his 40s or 50s in the show, when he got shot before he went back in time, or Q sent him back in time. And so he doesn't do it, and he goes to the woman. I think he goes to the woman and says, "Hey, how about that?" And she's like, "I don't know who you are. Like those guys totally disrespected you, and you just were weak about it." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I think Q shows up at this moment and it's like, "All right, back to the future." And so Picard wakes up, and this is where we come full circle to the Lieutenant Perkins thing. Picard wakes up as Lieutenant Picard. He is a low-level scientist on the Enterprise, and not the captain of the Enterprise. And he goes around, and people are treating him differently because when he's captain, he's treated with ultimate respect. But anyways, he ends up talking to Riker, his first in command when he was captain of the Enterprise. Doesn't tell him what's going on, but just he goes, "What do you think about me? Like, what do you think?" And Riker's like, "Well, you've always taken it easy, and so I don't see any potential for you." He may even go into the fact that the Enterprise is a very coveted place to be, and that he's just kind of wasting his time there. So the way that I feel, you know, in my life, I've made some achievements, but I haven't really progressed in life. So I am like Lieutenant Picard. You know, I've taken the easy road. I've taken the easy things in life. You know, I've lived by watching TV instead of by going out there and living. And so that's why we're doing this. We're going to change this a little bit at a time. But you know, as if you know, they started a new Star Trek show where Lieutenant Picard goes, "All right, screw this. I'm going to actually pick up the pieces." And I think that'd be kind of an interesting show to show him, you know, later on in life, actually putting the pieces together, and maybe even making it to be captain of some ship, maybe Stargazer or something like that. That was his first command. Until the Battle of Maxia. Oh, that's an interesting episode of Next Generation. It's an early one. But back when the Ferengi were supposed to be scary. Oh, man. I'm so glad the Ferengi turned out to be what they were in Deep Space Nine. I absolutely love Quark. Armin Shimmerman is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I hear he's a great guy. Anyways, we're going a bit long. So now you know why I call me Lieutenant Perkins. I decided not to fight the Nausicaans, and now we're dealing with that. Anyways, we're going to do these fire fries. It doesn't feel like there's very much in it. I think it was like a couple of bucks. I'm really going to have to start watching my money if I buy stuff for this. It's one of those bags if I go too hard on opening up, it's going to explode. That's why I have my Kershaw Cinder. I'm one of those guys that I find like cheap little knives and I'll buy them. This thing is really nice though. It's a little tiny one. Goes on my keychain. But love it. Just like my little flashlights. This is a little Rayovac. I love this thing because it's very weak. And so I can sneak around the house and nobody knows that I'm sneaking around the house. Anyways. Oh, they're made by Slim Jim. They're chips by Slim Jim. They're potato snacks. Oh, what about French fries? Not show you it. No. Buffalo Fury. Carbohydrate Fury. That's why I'm going to eat a few. They're pretty good. Not too spicy. No meat, just fries. Alright. That's enough of that. I don't want to do too much spicy stuff. You know, IBS. Dasani. Staying sober. Anyways, so I'm going to finish up this hot dog. And, actually, oh man. I brought out my laptop. I don't know how good the Wi-Fi signal is out here. Because we're in the garage and I'm in the back of the garage. Hey! We do have signal. Alright. Well, we're going to go to YouTube and you're going to watch me look for something to watch. Oh, look at that. This is my channel here, and it's already suggesting to me Steve Wallace. Let's see. Switch account. App. Alright. Let's take a look. I gotta remember my password. I'm sorry. Anyways. Oh, there we go. There's the cracking of the internet. That's what's going on. Alright. So, let's see. What do we got? Oh. junkyard digs. I thought I saw one. Let's see. Sometimes the algorithm is jerk to me. Clapped out El Camino. No, I watched that yesterday. What did I see? I think there's a new Vice Grip Garage that I was looking at. Oh, actually, you know what? Crazy Quady. I know he has a new one. Alright. I couldn't get into my account, so I'm just searching on my regular account here. Solo truck camping tuning Emery. Alright. That's what we're going to do. Sorry about making you watch me look for something and covering up the camera. But anyways, we're going to... Oh, there's a crack, an internet cracking again. Engage. Engage. I think we're going to do one finger. Yeah. I think I left evidence out here. Anyways. Where's my brush? There it is. I knew it. I left evidence out here. They'd be like, who's out here? Alright. This is interesting, isn't it?